Hi guys, I trust we're good. I trust we are consistently dominating and influencing our world. It's good to be here one more time. Yeah, it's good to be here. Today I'll be talking on against the pressure. Alright, and before I continue, I want to inform you guys that the Tony Elumelu Foundation Entrepreneurship Program has commenced. Alright, that's the registration for it. So you can Google it and Google will give you the link to register. All right, as an entrepreneur, please register. It will help you. I think they give funds to entrepreneurs. All right, so try and register. Okay, and as you're registering, please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay. All right, let me continue. Like I said, today I'll be talking on against the pressure. All right, and this year, of course, ideas are coming. A lot of ideas. Ideation is also part of the top 10 skills for 2025. That's according to the World Economic Summit, or rather the World Economic Forum. All right, so like I said, ideas are coming. A lot of ideas, and the thing is, these ideas always come with big vision. All right, and this big vision at times always put us under unnecessary pressure. Now you ask me, Kingsley, how can this big vision put us under unnecessary pressure? Does it mean we shouldn't think big? Now we can think big, of course we have to think big, all right, but where the pressure comes in is when we try to execute it the way we see it in that big vision. All right, now the thing is, as entrepreneurs, as business people, as career people, all right, we see these visions we have for our business, these visions we have for the company we work with, all right, in a very big picture, and then we try to execute it in that same big picture we see it. All right, and when we don't execute it that way, probably because of the circumstances, probably because of the present situation we are in, we tend to become depressed and we tend to put ourselves under that unnecessary pressure. Now let me give you an illustration. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. You see, as I yesterday I was talking with a friend, a brother. All right, we run a theater group, sorry, we run a theater group. Okay, and yesterday he was talking to me about his big vision for the theater. All right, he was like, okay, he wants to get a very big camera, he wants a big location, he wants us to start a lot of things. And I was like, bro, honestly, it's a very nice idea, but it doesn't work like that. All right, why? See, now let's say his vision right now, as he told me, is to get the big camera, the big location and all right, now in his mind he wants to execute it that way. All right, that is what he wants to see. All right, now when he starts running and doesn't get those things at the moment, or in a fast pace, what will happen? He will become pressurized, and then probably it might lead to depression because he didn't get what he wants. All right, so like I told him, and I'm telling you guys now, of course we have our big visions. I have a very big vision for dominate and influence, but listen, let us give it days, let us give it time, let us give it weeks, months, all right, so that we can know how to start lean. All right, starting lean, for those of us that are in the logistics industry, I believe we know what lean is, but to us that are laymen in the logistics industry, lean means starting small. I don't like using starting small because it makes it look like, man, I'm just starting. I like using lean. Lean is better, it's more professional. Okay, so when you have that big vision, okay, think lean. All right, like I said, give it time, give it days, give it months. Let your mind think of leaner ways to start. Of course, we are going to get to that level. All right, but how do we start now? Let's use the guy as an example. Of course, we want to get the big camera, but can we get a smaller camera to start first? All right, can we look for smaller locations so that we know that, man, yes, we are achieving this, we are achieving that, but then we still have that bigger vision. But when you want that bigger vision, because that is what you're seeing at the moment, believe it or not, you can't just skyrocket to that level. You can't just skyrocket to that level. And when it doesn't happen, what will happen? You begin to put yourself under unnecessary pressure to achieve it, because that is what you want to see. Okay, I was in a class where a strategist, a business strategist, was tutoring us, all right? And he said something. He said, one thing with young people is that we just write our vision and our mission, and when the big picture, we'll start running. We'll start running and say, okay, yes, we want to get the business. But then, at the end, we end up leaving the business or putting ourselves under pressure because we didn't sit down to really strategize how to execute it. Okay, remember the SMART. Of course, if you've been following my vlog, you should know by now that we need to have our SMART: specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. All right, it has to be these things for us to execute. So sit down, calm down. All right, of course, we have the big vision, we are running towards that big vision, but let us not just look at that big vision and say this is what we want now, because honestly, there's a process. And if we're not following that process, we will tend to put ourselves under unnecessary pressure to achieve that bigger one. All right, and when we don't achieve that bigger one, what will happen? We begin to put ourselves under unnecessary pressure. All right, so let us calm down. Let us calm down. All right, calm down, think, give it time. How lean can I start? All right, take those single steps. Let me take this first step, the second step, the third steps. Okay, that is how it will work. That is how it will work. But when you begin to say, it's the big one I want, it's the big one I want, that is what I want to do now. No, it's a car, it's a bus I want first. I cannot start with trekking to the place. I cannot start with conveying my guys to the place. I want the bus first. Bro, you will wait till you get that bus for how many? You need to make profit. And when it's not coming, what will happen? You feel like you're not doing anything. You feel like you're not achieving anything. Okay? So let us calm down and think lean. Okay? So like I said, a lot of ideas will come, a lot of big visions will come. But as they come, let us think of leaner ways to start. Let us think of leaner ways to commence. Of course, there are courses we can take on how to start lean. There's the Six Sigma course we can take on how to start lean. But when you get your strategy on how to start lean, what do? Switch to lean agile. That is lean agile. Okay, what am I trying to say? Let's say you want to start with a big boss for your company. All right, can you start with a small boss for now? If you can start with a small boss, what do? Run with it. Get the small boss and run with it while you grow. All right, if you want to start with a big camera, what do? You think lean. Can I get a smaller camera for now? If you can get a small camera, run with it. As long as you found your lean strategy, run with it. Switch to lean agile. Okay, so as you're thinking of how lean to start, also be very fast on executing that one. All right, also be fast on executing it. Now let's say you can't get a small camera. Can I use a phone for now? If you can use a phone for now, run with it. Start up straight up. Okay, so that you don't put yourself under unnecessary pressure while waiting for the big one, while waiting to start with the big vision. No, when you get a small vision, or rather when you get the big vision and think of the leaner way to start, run with the leaner way while you look towards reaching the bigger vision. Okay, I trust God will help us. This year, we don't need to put ourselves under pressure. All right, people are committing suicide because of one or two reasons best known to them, and that's pressure, that's depression, and these things can lead to that depression. All right, these things I just said now can lead to that depression. So let us try Okay, let us try our best to think of how best we can start. Okay, finally, God, it's God and God alone. Okay, so regardless of how you plan, all right, I know, like I wrote in one of my creative, of course you need to follow me on Instagram and Facebook to see some of this posts, some of these creatives, these write-ups I post. All right, so like I said in one of my write-ups I posted on Facebook and Instagram, some people started running with their vision in January, some will start in February, some will start in May. You might start in July, August, but then do not put yourself under pressure, okay? And trust God's timing, all right? Like God said, when the time is right, the Lord, will make it happen. So trust God, all right? Trust God. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. All right, if you're watching this on Facebook, please subscribe through the link. If you're watching this on YouTube, click on the subscribe button and also click on the notification button so that you get notifications every time I post a vlog. I post my vlogs every Sunday, and I trust it will help us as we dominate and influence our world. So till I come your way next time, please do not forget to dominate and influence your world. Safe, God will help us, alright?